Welcome to another episode of Alan's Collection. I have arrived from the future because I bring an important message to Goku about the imminent arrival of the android. But first, let me handle this clown. We're talking about Figuarts Mecha Frieza. Let's begin! Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Mecha Frieza. Okay guys, the long-awaited figure Mecha Frieza. He had a short appearance but a long-lasting impact on fans. So let's check out the outer box, guys. And it's a classic Figuarts window box where you can appreciate the figure and some accessories. And to the left we have, in big white letters, Mecha Frieza. And to the right we have an image of the figure itself, in his pointing finger pose. Of course, Frieza talks too much, but in the end he gets his ass kicked. Below we have some logos of Tamashii Nations, Bandai, Toei Animation, Dragon Ball Z, and more. Next, let's check out the side of the box, where we have 3 images with parts of the figure: the left arm, the head, and the right leg. Now let's check out the back of the box. Here we have quite a few poses that you can display. For example, pointing the finger, increasing power, flying, and much more. And below we have all the legal information and warnings, guys. On the other side of the box we have an extension of the front of the box, where you can see part of the figure, and below we have the name Mecha Frieza. And we're back to the front of the box, guys. Now let's check out the blister box. Okay guys, here we have the blister box for Mecha Frieza. And now you can appreciate the figure even more. And of course, all the accessories that this figure brings. But I am amazed that the sliced Mecha Frieza comes with the figure. Wow! I didn't expect this to come with the figure. I am absolutely surprised and pleased. Now, without further ado, let's check out the vanilla pose for Mecha Frieza, guys. Okay guys, here we have Mecha Frieza in his vanilla pose. And this is basically the Darth Vader of Dragon Ball, since Frieza was defeated by his arch nemesis and was left for dead after the battle of Planet Namek. So let's check him out. As you can see, this Frankenstein has a few things that stand out. Let's start with the torso. Here we have some cybernetic pieces of armor that have been patched into the torso. Some silver parts and 2 green button-like balls. And to the right we can see a scratch. And on the back, the silver part extension of the front torso. And as well, a black patch here. This black patch is clearly an extension of the left arm. Regarding the arms, the right arm was left intact, so nothing new there, just the white and purple Frieza colors. But the left arm is completely cybernetic, with silver armor there and brown bicep. And of course, brown shoulder guard is very cool. Moving down to the legs, they're completely cybernetic. Of course, this was done by Frieza's army medical tech team. And you can see some silver parts and brown guards there in the thighs. And on the back, we can see part of the tail as well. The other part obviously comes as an accessory, guys, so we will be checking it in the accessories part of the video. Now let's check out the head sculpt. As you can see, 70% of the head is cybernetic, so it's patched up with basically a helmet armor with quite a few cybernetic modifications. You can see silver parts as well as black parts and a brown head guard. And also this half diadem here, you can remove it. And of course you will have to put it back again. And of course this is the smirky expression of Frieza that will last until Trunks takes it away from him. Now let's check out the articulation for this awesome figure. Okay guys, now let's check out the articulation for Mecha Frieza. And let's start of course with the head. And as you can see, the head goes down. And the head goes up very nicely. The head also goes left. And the head moves right very nicely as well. And of course the head tilts to the left and to the right like this. Now let's check out the torso, guys. As you can see, the torso moves forward and the torso moves backwards very nicely. And as you can see, the torso can move left and can move right as well. There are some movements in the upper torso as well, but not as much as the lower torso that makes the whole torso move. Now let's check out the arms articulation, guys. As you can see, the arm moves forward and the arm moves backwards all the way. And the arm moves out as well. We have here bicep articulation. You can rotate the bicep like this very nicely. Now let's move down to elbow articulation. We have a double jointed elbow articulation. You can flex the elbow very nicely like this. Now let's check out the hand articulation. You can move the hand down and up. And we have a full rotation of the wrist here very nicely. Finally, let's check out the leg articulation. As you can see, you can move the leg forward, but you cannot move the leg backwards that much because of all the hip, all the back part, guys. However, you can move the leg out. Mecha Frieza does have a thigh cut. You can move the thigh like this very nicely. Now let's check out the knee articulation. You can bend the knee really nicely all the way, almost touching the bottom, guys. Finally, let's check out the foot articulation. You can move the foot down and up, and as well you can rotate the foot completely as well. So that's it for Mecha Frieza's articulation, guys. Now let's check out the accessories. So here we have the accessories for Mecha Frieza, and we have quite a few accessories here. Let's start with the most significant one, the extra body part. So this is the extra body, or the sliced body part of Mecha Frieza, if you will. This is like having two figures in one. As you can see, it's nicely sculpted with his anguish expression. And of course, all the cybernetic parts are there in the torso as well in the head sculpt. Look at that. Very nice. Nicely sculpted, nicely painted, nicely designed. Next, let's check out the tail, guys. This silver mecha tail, it's really nicely sculpted, and of course you have to place it here. And there's a peg there, and you can place it there, guys. There you go. Very nice. Let's check out the interchangeable heads, guys. First we have the angry face sculpted very nicely, guys. Next we have the extra head sculpt with the evil happy face, like he's enjoying torturing someone. Next we have the extra head sculpt with a yelling face, guys. Don't forget to place on the additional head sculpts the removable pieces that come with the main figure, guys. So that's it for the interchangeable heads. Next we have the interchangeable hands. So let's check them out. Here we have the pointing finger hands. You can make his classic pose, like the one that appears in the outer box. Next we have his slightly open hands to make his combat ready pose. And finally we have the opened hands to pose Frieza shooting a blast, for example. Moving on, with this figure we get a figure stand, but this is exclusively for the sliced Mecha Frieza body part. You place the pole into the main base, into the round base, and then you can place the sliced Mecha Frieza body part into the pole, guys. Very nice. The sliced Mecha Frieza body part is the only one that brings a hole for the peg, guys. And that's it for the accessories, guys. Okay guys, here we have Mecha Frieza, and this character shows up right after the Planet Namek saga, where Goku becomes the legendary Super Saiyan and defeats Frieza, certainly destroying great part of his body. However, Frieza's army, they find what's left of Frieza lurking in space. On his father's orders, King Cold, he is brought back where he is patched up, so he becomes Mecha Frieza to have his revenge against Goku. King Cold, Mecha Frieza and Frieza's army go straight to planet Earth to find Goku and kill him. Suddenly, a boy from the future appears, Trunks, and with a strike of his sword, he slices Mecha Frieza to his complete and utter death, guys. So, Mecha Frieza, his participation in Dragon Ball Z is almost non-existent. He just rises up, talks a lot, threatens a lot, but he gets sliced by Trunks in seconds. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this review. Let me know what you think about the figure in the comments. Give a like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you next in Alan's collection.